All right, in this third video, I'm gonna kind of backtrack a little bit and do, just do a little bit more as we're getting more familiar with it. So I'm gonna clone another repository. It's the one that I did from before. I deleted it. I'm gonna start all over again for this one. I'm gonna go to desktop, Python, select it, and open it. Okay. Notice it doesn't have the venv folder yet. Okay, and but it does have the new chat and the terminal. Everything's kind of set up right. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on terminal. And the first command I'm going to do is I'm going to install a virtual environment. And I like doing this by hand. Okay, so Python -m venv space venv. Okay, and I just click it like that, and you'll notice over here it creates the virtual environment, and it's right here. Perfect. Okay. The next command I'm going to do is I'm going to activate that virtual environment, and you'll know it's activated because it will put the name of the virtual environment in front inside parentheses. So I'm just going to type in venv /scripts /activate, like so. I'm going to click enter, and now it's activated, and you can see it's activated with this little venv here. Okay. All right, now I want to install all the libraries that this app currently has. So if that's inside this requirements document. So I'm just going to do pip install -r means to read the requirements document. Now, once I get to the U, if I hit tab, it auto completes to that requirements document, and I hit enter, and it's just going to go through and do a quick install of all of them. Okay. And it takes a second on this last little part right here because it is installing a whole lot of packages and all their dependencies. Okay, so it's going through this whole process down here, and it will eventually pop and say, all right, those are installed. Okay. All right, so that did take a couple minutes to do. I paused the video. That took a couple minutes to do. It will end up right here when it's finished. So just let it do its thing. Could take a little bit of time. Go grab a snack or something and then come back. Okay. All right. So we have all the requirements installed. We have our virtual environment installed. And now we just need to run Claude. So I'm going to just type in Claude. Okay. So I come over here and type in, let's just get right where the cursor is, and type in Claude. All right, so we have Claude. Do you trust everything in this folder? Yes. So pretty much you're just going to hit 1 and 2 as you do things through Claude. So I'm just going to go 1, and it says, what's the first thing you want to do? All right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create a new terminal. Okay. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to click this little plus sign, and I've got my new PowerShell. Okay. And it's already in the virtual environment. Now what I want to do is I want to run Python app.py. Now Python is calling that this is the language, right? So it says Python app.py. Python says use Python and run this file right here, which starts up the whole application. Okay. When I hit enter, it's going to start running the application in this second terminal. So this first terminal is where I've got Claude running, and the second terminal is where I've got my app running. So let me show you what the app looks like right now. Okay. And as I do things in the app, it will show what's happening here. No database connection found. Sorry, I didn't find it. But if we look at it, what's on the app, okay, this is what the app looks like. Okay, it basically just Georgia College. Okay, love Georgia College. That's great. Now let's make this app just a little bit better. Okay, so let's go ahead and add my name. So I'm going to go back to the other terminal, and I'm going to say add Brian Marshall to the site title in the tab bar, not nav bar. Okay. I don't want it at the very, I want it at the very, very top. All right. So I'm just going to hit enter, and it's going to be like, all right, we're figuring it out. So what I'm trying to do is get it to say Brian Marshall up here. Okay. All right. I'll help you find it. Let me look at your site first. It's looking everywhere. Okay. Oh, it's finding everything. All right. So now it's making some changes. Okay. And then it says, do you want to make this change to base? Okay. Well, the base HTML file is where it's located. And I'm going to say, yes, always make the change. So I'm going to go 2. All right. So I'm going to hit 2, and it makes the change. Okay. All right. Now it says done. So if I come back over here and I hit refresh, give it a second. It's not really a fast web server, but my name is now up there. Okay, and I don't like how it's lowercase, but that's fine. All right, so we just made our first change to the website by just using Claude. Now let's make a different change. I like GCSU, but I am a big UGA fan. Let's change the GCSU to UGA in Athens, okay? On the index file, on the index page, or the home page, okay? All right, so I hit enter, and it's going to do its thing, okay? I'll help you make the change. It's reading the index file, and it's going to make the change. All right, so it looks like it's going to make the change, and it should just make it. It says done, so it made the change. So I'm going to bring this back over here. I'm going to hit refresh, and let's just see how it made the change. I just told it, hey, make the change. All right, so it called it University of Georgia. Welcome to UGA's Flask development. It's located in Athens, Georgia, so it made a bunch of cool changes, okay? But I don't like this GCSU here either, or up here, okay? So let's tell it that now. You still have GCSU in the nav bar and title bar. I guess we can call it title in the tab, something like that. Okay, hit enter, and it says, okay, you're right. Oh, I'll fix it. Hold on. So it's going to go out and fix it. All right, perfect. Now I come back over here. I hit refresh, and the problem is Cursor has a kind of a slow web server. Okay, so it does say UGA there now, and it says UGA up here also. Okay, now let's make it even cooler and say, let's change the colors to Georgia red and black. Okay. All right. So we're going to now change colors. It's going to go do its thing. It's going to go find out where they are. It's going to change them from the GCSU light green to the blue and do all of that. And done. So we come over here. We hit refresh. Give it a second. And now we've got this great UGA colors. Okay. Now, last change I want to do. Okay. I want to add a page. So let's add a page called animals. And let's call it a static page. Let's add a static page, not to be confused with let's add a page in the template folder all about UGA and the UGA the mascot. All right. Let's add a static page called animals in the templates folder. Let's make sure we put the folder there just in case. Templates folder, all about UGA and the mascot. All right. So we hit enter, and it's going to go do its thing. And I'll create a static page. And again, it takes a little bit of time to actually do this work. I'm not sure if there's a faster model. If I were to shift to, say, Opus or pay more money, if it will go faster. But it is doing its thing. It's actually adding a route, which is kind of nice. It's adding something to the nav bar, which is kind of nice. All right, it's almost done. All right, so it tells us exactly what it did. It created the animals, it added to the route, and it made a navigation link. All right, let's come over here and take a look. All right, so if I hit refresh, now I can come over here and look, and we actually have animals. If I click on it, it's going to open up the animals page. That's pretty good. Talks about the Georgia's Bulldog mascot, UGA. It's one of the most recognizable. It's been around 1956. The Spirit of Georgia. He has a AC unit all to himself. Kind of cool. Okay, so that is the assignment for Demo 1. I want you to come up with and make it look just like this. Okay, So it doesn't have to be exact, but it needs to be convert from GCSU to Georgia, red and black, add an animals page. All right. That's the end of this video.